What's going on, y'all? It's JLaw here, and I'm gonna give you my 10 top keys to always winning in 1v1, and that's on the offensive end and even the defensive end. Yeah! Tip number one on the defensive end, get into your opponent's head. Early, often, constantly. Make sure that you're living between that space in their ears. Just tell them, trying to get them out of the game, forcing them to do things maybe that you know they don't want to do. Okay, John, Adam, like something that you guys may realize, like when I'm playing one-on-one or 5-on-5, like, so a lot of people think that I'm a douchebag, they think that I'm a jerk because I'm constantly talking. And the reason why I do that is because I'm trying to give myself the competitive advantage. I know I'm not the tallest, I know I'm not the strongest, I know I'm not the fastest, but what I can do is I can try to get under the skin of my opponent. So make sure that we understand how to talk, how to jaw at our opponent, so that way you guys can get the competitive advantage. Number two, on the offensive end, never settle for a deep shot early. So when we start game, even for like the first maybe 7 possessions, maybe even for the first full game of one-on-one, I will never shoot a three-point shot. I'll always try to get myself going, I'll utilize my jabs, and I'm gonna try to get to a pull-up or attack the basket just so I can feel my shot, just so I can feel my rhythm and get my timing down. For a lot of us, if we have defenders maybe who are relaxed and they're trying to sag back and you just continue to rely on this shot, if you miss a couple shots early on, it's gonna screw with your mental, okay? It's gonna mess you up, it's gonna have you just focus on that shot. Why did I miss? Why did I miss? And it's gonna take you out of your opportunities that you might be able to get yourself going. So try to get a paint touch, okay? Early on in games, I'm trying to get a foot into the paint, into the key, so that way I can get myself going attacking the basket. Number 3, on the defensive end, always touch your opponent early and constantly on defense. So there's no refs in one-on-one, and I don't like teaching soft defensive mechanics. I also don't like teaching how to actively get yourself in foul trouble, but when I'm playing defense, I'll give a little hip check and then I'll release. I'll give a little bump and then I'll release. But I want my opponent to feel my presence. I don't want them just to think, okay, they can do whatever they want to me and I'm not really posing a threat. I'm gonna jam, I'm gonna release. They take a dribble, I'm gonna get really close to their frame and maybe give them a little hand check. And once again, I'm not trying to get you guys in foul trouble, I'm trying to get you guys aware of maybe where the defender or where the referees are standing, so that way we can get away with a little push off here and there. Understand how to take a competitive advantage and play in that gray area. Be a little handsy early and often. On the offensive end, number 4, what I want you guys to do, if you're starting in triple threat, use your jab early and often. Hit them with a front jab, hit them with a crossbody jab. See what's working and how that defender's playing. Now, if you guys have unlimited dribbles, then utilize your double moves. Hit a double between and then come back to space. See how they're playing that. And that's gonna set you up for counter options. Don't just feel like you need to make one move and that's gonna be it that you're stuck with. Utilize double moves and jabs to set up counter moves for yourself to score. Number 5, on the defensive end, contest shots off-centered. It's something that we were talking about with Zach Levine this summer, is whenever he's guarding somebody, whenever you're guarding somebody in one-on-one, don't contest the ball if you're late and you know you cannot block the shot. Contest off-centered. And that's gonna cause your opponent to maybe adjust, make a little micro adjustment, which screws up their actual shot. So if I have my opponent shooting the ball from here and I know I'm not gonna block the shot, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna contest maybe off-centered, maybe off here or out here, and possibly that can get them to adjust a little bit and screw up their finish. Now, if I know there's an opportunity for me to contest and maybe get a piece of it, then obviously contest at ball to get a block. Number 6, on offense, get to your kill spots. For me, if I'm playing on the wing, I know that my kill spot is anywhere attacking the midline. So anywhere in the paint, attacking midline, because I can get into so many different options. I can get into lift fake step throughs, I can get into step backs, I can get into bump finishes where I create contact. So I'm always trying to attack and get a paint touch. Now, if I'm playing in corner, my kill spot is gonna be operating toward baseline. I know that if I can get a step off of my defender right away, then I can attack and continue my motion to get to rim. And once again, with me getting to the paint, I know that I have opportunity to be a positive threat. So understand your kill spots for your game and take advantage of that opponent. On defense, number 7, stay handsy. So as you guys start playing 1, 2, 3 games, you're gonna notice fatigue is starting to set in. And we typically don't like to get lazy on offense, but we love getting lazy on defense. I know I fall prey to it far too many times now, is when I get later on in my one-on-ones, I'll start relaxing a little bit and be like, yo, I gotta save energy for offense. And we do not want that mentality. We wanna stay handsy. So you get 3 games into it, you start feeling a little bit fatigued, just continue to make sure that defender knows that you're there. Because what's gonna happen is they're also fatigued. They've also been playing the same amount of games that you've been playing. So stay handsy, stay in their frame, keep moving those feet so that way you can constantly be a presence and make sure they know that you're there for business. Number 8 on the offensive end, create contact. I can't stress this enough. When I was a young hooper, I would always just try to run around my defender or run to open space. And then when I got to college and professionally, I realized very quickly that I wasn't just going to be able to run to space and get my shot off. I need to create some form of contact. So early, that means taking like a middle jab on a triple threat, or taking 1 or 2 dribbles and really finding that body of the defender with their shoulder, or going into a dragging, maybe giving a little push off. But find contact or find that defender, create contact in order to create separation for yourself. If the defender creates contact on you, they're going to create chaos. But if we can create contact against the defender, we're going to be able to create separation. Number 9 on defense, this is one of probably my most influential defensive traits, and that's I remember exactly what my opponent has been successful with and what they've struggled with throughout the entire game. So if I'm playing 5-on-5 and I'm checking up the same guy, I know exactly what they've been struggling with during those 40 minutes or 48 minutes. Okay? If I'm playing 1-on-1, I know exactly, I can mentally compute exactly what they've done or what they've struggled with. So as you start getting through fatigue, playing a few games, don't just allow your physical body to get fatigued, but keep your mental sharp. Understand, okay, they've been struggling with going left, I'm gonna shade left a little bit. They've been struggling with their shot, I'm gonna sag a little bit and be quick to contest if they decide to go into a step back or shoot. Constantly put yourself into that process of being like, okay, I know what they are struggling with, and I'm gonna force them to do those. And one of my favorite things to do on offense, number 10, remembering what moves worked for me against my opponent so that way I can hit them with counters. And I love teasing. So like when I'm playing 1-on-1, I may hit a move on you the first game and you just get toasted with it. You weren't ready for it, I burn you. I'm not gonna use that move until maybe a game or 2 later. So that way it keeps my defender just forgetful. I don't want to just continue to beat a dead horse with the same exact move, the same exact series, but I'm going to hit them with that same thing a couple games later, and then as soon as they realize, oh, this is what's going to happen right at the last second, I'm going to hit them with that counter move. So remember what worked for you so that way you can use it later, and this is a phenomenal way to take advantage of your opponent. Let's get it. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know these are things that I use on a daily basis when I'm playing live. Check out these one-on-ones so you can see me in action using those 10 keys. Let's get it.